Pastor Bill here with another minute of peace. You know, this has been a weird time. We've gone down and picked up my mom down in Circleville because we want her to stay with us over this time, and I'm sure your lives have been disrupted in different ways. And so we've all have a bit of fear of what's happening. They keep telling us the numbers are going to escalate and things are going to get worse before they get better. And so I thought about fear, and I thought about what the Bible had to say about fear. And do you realize that God tells us not to fear over and over again in the Bible? And I kind of looked this up using my daughter's cell phone again, and these are some of the places that, some of the people that God tells not to fear. God said to Abraham, "Do not be afraid." He said to Isaac, "Do not be afraid." He said to Jacob, "Do not be afraid." He said to Moses on 3 occasions, "Do not be afraid." To Joshua on at least 3 occasions, "Do not be afraid." To Gideon, God said, "Do not be afraid." To Elijah, "Do not be afraid." To Hezekiah, "Do not be afraid." To Ezekiel, "Do not be afraid." To Josaphat, "Do not be afraid." To Jeremiah on 2 occasions, "Do not be afraid." To Daniel, "Do not be afraid." To Zechariah, "Do not be afraid." To Mary of Nazareth, "Do not be afraid." To Joseph, "Do not be afraid." To Peter on 3 occasions, "Do not be afraid." To the disciples on 10 occasions, "Do not be afraid." To Jairus, Jesus said, "Do not be afraid." To Mary Magdalene, Jesus said, "Do not be afraid." And to Paul, twice, God said, "Do not be afraid." And to John, the beloved disciple, he said, "Do not be afraid." Do you realize that the phrase "fear not" happens 365 times in the Bible? That's one for each day. Friends, God's got us, and I'm telling you today, do not be afraid. Fear not, for God is with us. I hope you enjoy this moment of peace, and I hope you have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.